there was an interesting debate during the week as well. I don't know if you saw the clip of Anthony Gordon
Yeah,
saying the difference between the Champions League and the Premier League.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I'll play the clip for us, and then we will discuss it together.
Could you run me through the difference between playing in the Premier League and in the Champions League?
I think in the Champions League, teams are much more open. They all try and play. It's less transitional. I think in the Premier League, it's become more physical than I've ever known it to be. It's like a basketball game sometimes. It's so relentless physically. There's not much control. It's a running game, and sometimes it's about duels. Who wins the duels wins the game, or moments. The Champions League is a bit more of an older style of game. It's a bit more football based. Like teams come and try and play proper football. I think in the Premier League now you're seeing a lot more long throw-ins, set pieces. It's become a lot slower and a lot more set piece based, I would say.
So, David, what's your take? Do you think that the Champions League is much more enjoyable, much better than the Premier League?
To be
Or
honest,
basically, do you agree with
to
Gordon?
be honest, I'm tempted to agree with him. Enjoyment would then be relativity. You know, to be relative to what your taste buds is, what you're looking for in terms of your appetite, right? But I see where it's coming from.
Mhm.
You watch a Premier League game and you can tell that the amount of times that the ball is actually in play, it's not as much as other leagues and Champions League. So the time that goes into set pieces, goes into VAR deliberations, goes into the fights, goes when the ball is out of play,
Yeah.
it's becoming more and more and more, and everything wants to maximize as much as possible. There, like you said, moments.
Yes.
People are trying to seize, moments to get the job done, and it's why nearly every team now, once there's a throw in the final third, everybody has a
Yeah.
specialist, to throw it in. We even hear that some teams are hiring set piece coaches for
Throwing
for
coach.
throw-ins, so
Arsenal has a throw.
see, it's there's elements of truth, in what he has said. Whereas in the Champions League, you find teams from other leagues, with their open philosophy, trying to play. It's still tough. The Champions League is still tough, but I think we get to see more class ever since this
Hmm.
expanded version since last season. You see teams actually
Yes.
try to play, right? You get to see a lot of goals. You get to see a lot more action, and definitely you're not seeing a lot of set piece enforcers. So I get where it's coming from in terms of you know enjoyable will now be down to, I think, the viewer, right? Some people enjoy that split second decision making, or you seizing the moment, or you getting closed down so fast that you don't have time to think. Some fans just like that. The fact that the
Yeah.
errors, the unforced errors, or the errors that someone has to make for chances to be created and all of that. Some people still enjoy that, right? But of course, for someone like me that is neutral, the Champions League takes a level above the Premier League, right? So I enjoy
Yes.
the Champions League more, and then because there's just more expression in it, you get to enjoy
Hmm.
the football even more. And the Premier League is getting more and more and more difficult. And like you said, six teams, making it past the group phase, Champions League just
Yes.
shows the quality, of the Premier League. So teams are spending. I mean, a team like Sunderland, how much did they put in this season? About 200 million plus. So
Yes.
you
They spent
you
almost
know
as much as
yeah.
Arsenal
So
and
so
Tottenham.
they,
Them. Yeah.
they they need to get return for that money. So every point becomes a point of tactic, a point of calculation. They've done a lot of
Yes.
permutations. We can't drop this point. If we do this, if we do this, we can back them into a corner and get 1 point off them, get the maximum 3 points. So
Yes.
everybody is fighting for scraps.
Mhm.
Everybody is fighting for everything. it's life changing money. Really, you come into the Premier League, you're
Yeah.
guaranteed in excess of 150 million every season from just TV rights alone, and then you stay
Yeah.
consistent in Premier League, and then the sky is your limit. You have a team that just comes in from the Championship now, and they have two categories of sponsors, maybe regional and national. But then you have the cities and the United of
Yeah.
this world that would have the global sponsors, the tier one. Then you have the regional
Yeah.
sponsors. You could even have the same competing firms, but in different countries sponsor, your club, and then you have your banners in their countries. It's
Yeah.
just that commercial ability. So everybody wants to stay in that league, and they are doing everything possible to stay in the league, and that's what we are seeing on the pitch. I don't know what would help it to change. I don't know if there are rules that can help it to change, but
No, it should not
but
change.
but
So I don't want
but
it to
it's
change.
a dogfight out there. Really, it's a dogfight.
Yes. For me, I will start from him saying that in the Champions League they play proper football, and the Premier League they don't play proper football. It's all about set pieces. You are part of the players in the
Exactly.
Premier League. There's proper football. So what are you saying to your coach indirectly? That's the angle that my mind went. Set pieces. But I agree that Champions League the people are still playing like proper football in the sense that like the wingers are still wingers, strikers are still strikers, defenders are still defenders. None of all these super inverted. None of these spend extra 15 minutes in throw-ins and things like that. But like you said, the EPL now is all about efficiency. Since all the stats came out, all this XG, field tilt, all of those things, goal conversion ratio. If they are seeing all this data, it is only right that they try to take
Yeah.
advantage of the game. And everyone in the Premier League will always play the winning style, right?
True.
They will always play the winning style. Everyone is like defensively solid, signing the top with the money, like you're saying, signing the top defenders in the world, signing the top strikers in the world, signing the top midfielders in the world, complete athletes. Those guys are always running non-stop,
True.
non-stop, playing at high intensity, but also milk the other on the other side. Yes, they any small touch, they roll on the floor for like 5 minutes and try to slow the game
Yeah.
down as well. So yes, there's that other hand, but the players are the ones that are causing it. If they want to play proper football, they should tell their managers we want to play proper football instead of like everyone just playing 4-4-2 out of possession. But yeah, and it's no wonder that the only reason why I also disagree is if the EPL was not as good, they don't play proper football. How are the Premier League
Able to
teams?
transition
How
that
come?
into the Champions League.
Yeah,
Yeah. So that means they
exactly,
are
and do
capable
much,
of
much more better.
playing, that type of football. They're just playing the way they need to play
Yeah,
to survive the guys back home. Really.
exactly. Yeah. So it will be yeah, like Tottenham not doing well, like 14, no, 12, 13 in the league, and they are like fourth in the table of
Yeah.
the Champions League. I don't know how far they are going to go in the Champions League, but that also tells you something that they can play that brand of football, but they're choosing not to, or maybe the Premier League is just too competitive as compared to the Champions League.